Harmeet Dhillon is the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the Department of Justice. She joins us now. Harmeet, it's a pleasure to have you on, not under these circumstances. What a tragedy today in the nation's capital here. So the suspect, we're finding out he's a 29-year-old Afghani national, got into the United States in 2021 under Joe Biden here. Talk about what we know about him so far.
Well, I think you've kind of covered it, and I want to be careful because I'm privy to some investigative details as a person who may be involved in investigating and prosecuting any potential hate crime aspects of this heinous crime. But the timing of coming into the country, suggests this person may have had some formal status, may have had a record with our United States military as part of the withdrawal from Afghanistan as an interpreter or something else. So these are all things that are being looked at by the DC Police Department right now, and they're on the job together with the FBI and our law enforcement partners. I'm sure Judge Pirro, my good friend, is also actively involved in this. This is a federal crime, among other things. And this DOJ has a zero tolerance policy for any of this type of a crime. And I will say, as a DC resident, that I personally have been very grateful to see the presence of the National Guard and these brave men and women throughout our city. It has made us safer objectively and made us all feel safer. So when you see these ludicrous gaslighting journalists, like including some of the DOJ press corps, like Ken Delaney, and coming out there and really blaming the victims for this shooting, it really makes me sick. I mean, we're all Americans, and there was a time in this country not that long ago where, regardless of party, we would all agree that it's horrific to attack our law enforcement, but blaming them today is the vogue of our national news media, and that really needs to stop. It is not free for our politicians and our media to attack our troops, and this is what happens.
I totally agree. But you know what? After what happened to Charlie Kirk a couple months ago, Harmeet, in seeing this, nothing is going to change with the left here. As long as President Trump and a Republican sits in office of the presidency, I truly believe they'll just keep up the rhetoric and keep it up until they get back into power here. Talk about the fact of or the issues we have now with so many people who've come across the border illegally. This was a conversation I was having with Congressman Donalds that, so many are still here. We don't know who they are. The Biden administration did not vet these people, some of them on a known terror watch list. And now we've arrived at this situation today. Talk about that and, what we could possibly do other than what President Trump is doing, and that is rounding these people up as quick as possible and getting them out of the country.
Well, look, there's a number of theories as to why this happened. One is as crude as the Democrats simply wanted to dilute the voting population in the United States because they couldn't persuade Americans with their policies. I will not comment on that as a DOJ official, but as a DOJ official, what I will say is that it is inescapably the fact that when you have unvetted people pouring into our country, and not necessarily the most desirable people, you have crime. You have collateral impacts. The DOJ is cracking down. My department is cracking down on all these foreign workers who are coming in and driving on the roads, don't speak English, are killing American citizens on the roads. This is outrageous, and we are taking action through coordinated enforcement actions. The Department of Homeland Security has caused millions of people to leave this country voluntarily or involuntarily. That has never been seen in this country. We really need to complete that process with full public support. I think everyone secretly probably feels safer, although people on the left can't admit that. And then we need to make sure this never happens again and that there are consequences for it. And that requires, I know that Homeland Security is hiring deportation judges. That's one of the many things that we are hiring for in the government, for lawyers to come in and join us. I need lawyers to join me. Every United States attorney's office in the country needs lawyers to join them to help enforce our federal criminal laws. And that includes a lot of the offenses committed by these illegal aliens, these undesirables who are not even wanted in their own countries. And they're coming here and they're preying on people. And every community has an example of some innocent American who's been raped, stabbed, murdered, maimed, won't have their family member come home to them. So this is actually, I think, a crisis in our country. And I'm so proud to be part of this administration providing solutions to this crisis.
Well, Harmeet, I appreciate all the work you do. We all do here at Newsmax. And a lot of this stuff seems like common sense, that you would think everyone as an American would want to get these people the hell out of our country, yet Democrats fight to keep them here. And we know it's for power. We know it's for votes eventually down the line in congressional maps here. But we got to live with it now, and we're seeing what can happen. Harmeet Dhillon, Assistant Attorney General for the Civil Rights at the Department of Justice. We appreciate you coming on. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.